my name is Denisha and I'm going to be making my birthday dress in this video. I'm actually starting this project a little bit too early because my birthday is May 24th and it's currently like the end of March. So I have pretty much 2 months to make this dress. I'm just really keen about this. I've been wanting to make this dress for so long. I've had this fabric for so long. Okay, let me show you. This is the fabric. Usually I don't like check that much, not because it's not cute, but I just feel like it doesn't suit me, the colors. And you know, oftentimes gingham has white in it and I feel like I don't suit really pale colors like that. But then I saw this check and it was red and orangey and it had this beautiful chocolate brown. And I was like, oh my God, I need to get this. Like, just look at this chocolate brown. Do you see what I'm talking about? And then one of my favorite pattern makers, her name is Omiya My Sewing. I use a lot of her kids patterns for my niece. I haven't made many of her adult patterns, like her women's patterns. I made one dress and that turned out really good. I now want to make the pepper dress. I feel like it has everything I like. So I like a bit of a deeper V-neck, and then it also has sleeves. I always want sleeves. I don't like long sleeve, but I always want like a bit of a short sleeve. I want like, you know, a bit of waist definition. I don't like really baggy clothes. And I like dresses just in general. So I feel like this dress kind of hit all of those points for me. Maybe except the fact that it has buttons, because I'm not very confident about installing buttons. But I was like, you know what, for this dress, I'll just do it. I'll do it. And I already have red buttons as well. I've actually started. I got a bit too excited. I started before I started filming. I've started working on the bodice. I've kind of done the bias tape all around the neckline. I've attached the front two pieces, the front two bodice pieces to the back bodice piece. And then the next step is attaching the waist panels. And then another step that I really want to do that I kind of forgot about is these little sewing tags. So I didn't know that these existed. And then my best friend, she also loves sewing. So we have sewing days and it's really fun. But she got me these sewing tags for my birthday. And they all say different things. I had a look through some of them yesterday and I was kind of deliberating between these two. So this one says, it's like red, which would fit with the dress. And it says cute as a button. And then the other one I was looking at was this one. So one side says, this is my porty outfit, as in like it's a dog, so party outfit. And then on the other side it says party animal or porty animal. The color is not exactly the same, but then the bias tape is kind of that color. So I feel like if I put it like that, it could kind of match. Anyway, let's get into some actual sewing. So yeah, next step is attaching this bodice piece to the waist panel. Okay, I've sewn the tag on. I hope that I have done that correctly. I probably should have searched it up before I started, but I think that looks really cute. And the color really does match the bias tape. I mean, I chose this color bias tape because I didn't have anything else long enough and I didn't have red tape. And also it's on the inside. You shouldn't see it at all once I put it on. But, you know, it's a happy coincidence that it matches the tag. Also, my sister is coming over soon. I don't know if I'll be able to do much else today, but let's see how it goes. Front bodice and the waist panels. I've attached the bodice pieces to the waist panels and it was a little confusing, but I got there. This is kind of what it's looking like. Obviously I won't have this shirt underneath and there'll be sleeves. I think the next step is to add the sleeves on. elastic at the edge. I've also done a line of thread just at the top here, so that when I attach it to the bodice, I think that I gather this line of thread so that there's some gathering at the top of the sleeve as well, which will be really pretty. So yeah, I think the next step is to just attach these two to the bodice, and then after that I think it'll be working on the skirt. I'm excited. So it is raining outside. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'll talk a little bit louder. I finished the top half of this dress. As you saw, I did mess up one of the sleeves. I don't know how it happened, but I pinned it wrong, and then when I finished sewing it and I did the zigzag stitch on the edge and everything, I finished sewing it and I put it inside out, or like put it right side out, and it was the wrong way. I sewed it so that the seam was on the outside, and I had to spend all this time unpicking it, and I was so annoyed. But you know, I feel like every project there needs to be at least one thing that goes wrong, and if that's the thing that goes wrong with this project, I'm okay with that. I'll put this on just so that you can get a bit of a look at how it's looking. I mean, obviously it's gonna look different when I'm properly wearing it, like not over the shirt like I am now. You can kind of see what the fit is like. The sleeves are really nice and puffy, which I like. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is that it looks like it's quite deep cut. Like, my bra comes up to here. So I have a feeling I might need to wear a vest underneath this. Maybe I could get like a red vest or a black vest, but who knows? Sometimes the fit changes once you've like fully made it and added the buttons and everything. So I'll see how it is at the end. It's not the worst thing in the world if it is a bit deep cut. But yeah, I think the next steps are with the skirt to finish the center front edge, put the pieces together, gather it, and then attach it to the bodice, and then hem it, and then the buttons. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do most of that today, just because I do also have assignments that I need to do for uni, and I also want to work on this painting that you can kind of see in the background over here. Honestly, I think installing the buttons is going to take the longest time. I'm really liking how this is looking so far, and like honestly, I kind of want to make this just as a shirt, like just as a top. I feel like this is really cute even just like this. This is so annoying, but this stain on my shorts is just white paint. I tried to like wipe it off, and it's annoying because I like these shorts a lot, like I wear them a lot, but I shouldn't have worn them while painting. I know better. This is why I have paint all over all my clothes. All my clothes have paint on them. But if you paint, you also know that that's just the reality of things. Anyway, I will update you once I start working on the skirt. Hello, it's the next day. I did not get a chance to work on it further yesterday. I was actually working on my assignment. I also spent this morning working on that assignment, and I'm hoping I will be able to submit that today, but I wanted to have a break from it, so I'm gonna keep working on the skirt. had lunch and I'm ready to get back into this. So what I did before lunch was I made the plackets on the skirt. So this is the part where the buttons will be installed, I believe. I think that looks really nice. There's some interfacing in here as well to make it a little bit more sturdy, especially because this fabric is a little thin. Like, it's a really high quality linen, but it is a little bit thinner. The next step is going to be gathering the skirt and attaching that to the bodice. Also, I made a matcha latte and it is so green. I love it. That's how you know it is good quality matcha powder. I don't drink coffee, but I will drink matcha. Hemmed it. After I hem it, the only thing left to do is the buttons. I'm kind of wearing it like a robe now. It looks like it might be a little loose. I'm just imagining, like, if I put the buttons like that, and I think I will definitely have to wear some sort of vest underneath like this. I don't mind how it looks like with the black, or if I can find like a chocolate brown vest, I think that would be perfect. I'm really liking how it's looking so far. I'll hem it, and then I will update you on if I do the buttons today or tomorrow. It's been a few days because I needed to work on some assignments for uni. If you don't know, I'm studying fine arts and I'm now in my second year. So this was part of one of the studies where we had to set up a still life and then paint it throughout the day. And that was kind of to study the difference in colors that the different lighting produced. And this one was from in the morning around 9 a.m. It's just a roll of tape. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, it's really fun. I've never really done studies like this before. But I'm finally ready to put the buttons in. These are the buttons that I have. They're just pretty standard, just the red button. They match this red really well. Oh, I did also tailor the dress a little bit. The waist was a little bit too big, so I took it in a little bit. So I took in about this much at the waist and then tapered that off into the bodice and to the skirt. I also did the same at the shoulders. Like, the area here was sitting a little too low because I don't have a lot of experience with tailoring clothes, but I was just thinking, like, if I want it to go higher, if I take in some fabric at the shoulders, that'll probably lift it higher. If you're an experienced seamstress and you know I've done the wrong thing, let me know. I pretty much took in about 1.5 centimeters at the shoulder seam and then tapered that off into the sleeve. Ironed it, and it looks fine from the outside, I think. But I think it's fine. I would say it's pretty normal to have to tailor an item, even if it's handmade, if you're using a pattern, because you're not basing it off your body's measurements. You know, you're still basing it off standard sizing. Everyone's body's different. I feel like tailoring should be much more normalized because that's how your clothes are gonna fit you. But yeah, I did this on both shoulders and I like where it's sitting a lot better now. In terms of installing the buttons and the buttonholes, I don't have that like sewing machine attachment where it like basically does the buttonhole for you, but I have searched up a lot of tutorials on how to do this. So I'm feeling kind of confident, not really, we'll see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'm still new to making videos, but I've been loving the whole process. I feel like I learned so much about sewing with this project and I love the final result. It's really my style. I love the print, I love the cut of it, I love everything about the dress. My next sewing project is going to be making a men's t-shirt for my family friend's birthday. I wasn't sure if I was going to record that one or not, but if you'd be interested, feel free to let me know. And you can also follow me on my Instagram or TikTok. It's just Denisha Yu. Anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and on to the final reveal.